What's the most brutal way a family weekend ever started? I found my wife's unalive note on Friday morning, right before the kids were supposed to come stay with me for the weekend. She'd left it on the kitchen counter next to their packed bags, and all it said was, "I can't do this anymore, take care of them." But when I called her phone, she answered like nothing happened. She told me she was fine and just needed space, but something in her voice was off. I didn't push it because the kids were already at my door, and my daughter immediately asked where mommy was. I told them she was working, but my son, who's only 6, looked at me with those big eyes and said, "Daddy, why does mommy cry every night?" That weekend, I tried to keep things normal, but everything felt wrong. My daughter kept asking to call her mom, and when we finally did, it went straight to voicemail. By Sunday, I was panicking, so I drove to her apartment with the kids. The landlord let us in, and the place was completely empty except for a single photo of the kids on the floor. I called everyone, her sister, her mom, even her work, but nobody had heard from her. Her sister finally broke down and told me the truth. My ex had been struggling with severe depression since our divorce, and she'd been hiding it from everyone. She'd lost her job 3 weeks ago and couldn't afford rent, but she was too proud to ask for help. The kids stayed with me that week while I searched everywhere. I filed a missing person report, posted on social media, even hired a private investigator, but nothing. It was like she'd vanished completely. My daughter started having nightmares, and my son stopped talking altogether. Then, exactly 1 week later, I got a call from a hospital 2 states away. They'd found her in a parking lot, unconscious from an overdose, with no ID except a piece of paper with my number on it. She was alive, but barely. I drove through the night with the kids to get to her. When we walked into that hospital room, she looked so small and broken. My daughter ran to her bed crying, and my son just stood there staring. She looked at me with tears in her eyes and whispered, "I'm sorry. I thought you'd all be better off without me." That's when I realized how badly I'd failed her. During our divorce, I was so focused on being right that I never saw how much she was hurting. I'd taken the kids and moved on with my life, but she'd lost everything: her family, her home, her purpose. We brought her back home, and she moved into the guest room while she recovered. It wasn't romantic. We weren't getting back together, but we were learning to be a family again in a different way. She started therapy, I helped with her bills, and slowly, the kids got their mom back. Last month, she got a new job and her own place, but she lives just 2 blocks away now. The kids go back and forth freely, and we have dinner together twice a week. It's not the family we planned, but it's the family we needed.